And we're back on Second Street talking about going all the way to Lithuania for surgery. We've got two patients who've joined us today from Alberta. Bev, I want to ask you just sort of about the experience itself. It's a long commute. Once you get there, as I mentioned, English isn't the first language. Some people might be a little bit uneasy about that, but how did the experience go for you when it came to, traveling there to get surgery and coming back?
Oh, there was it's a long flight, and it's 11 hours to get to, depends on where you go, Amsterdam or Frankfurt, and then you got another two
Hmm.
hours from there to Lithuania. But
Hmm.
hey, you're in pain. It doesn't matter how long you're sitting. It's still worth it to go there and get it when you come back. There's no pain. And as far as English, there was no issues whatsoever. Where they
Hmm.
recommended you stay, everything around there, they all speak English. There's no issue with the language barrier at all.
Well, that's good. Good to hear. And you're a little while since you actually had the surgery. How is your hip doing now?
Awesome. I don't have to use crutches or anything. And I have a little trouble if I sit too long getting up. It takes me a bit. But other than that,
Yeah.
I don't even think about them anymore. I just get up and do my normal things.
What about in your case, Sydney? How are you feeling post surgery?
I feel fabulous. It was the best decision I've ever made. And to go back to your question about how concerned people should be about going to a foreign country, like Bev said,
Hmm.
everybody speaks English and it's good English. And they have a concierge
Hmm.
service in this particular clinic where before you go to the country, you are talking to somebody about all the things that need to be done, all your tests that need to be done, and you're communicating through them with your email. They're very, very good, precise. They give you all the facts before you go. They help you plan your hotels. They pick you up at the airport. They drop you off at your hotel. They pick you up at your hotel. They take you to the clinic. And it goes back
Hmm.
and forth like this for the entire time you're there. So you never need to be concerned about, I need to find my way around the country. What am I going to do? I don't know anybody. They very
Yeah.
much take care of you, and it's all included in the price. So,
Well,
honestly,
I'm glad to hear that you're both doing so well after surgery. I want to ask you sort of about the reimbursement approach. Have either of you approached the government for reimbursement?
Not
And
yet.
really, one of the reasons why I ask this is, I mean, you both paid taxes for years and years and years. You're still paying taxes. The government promises healthcare. You're not getting it in time. Is
yeah.
that something you're looking into? Bev, you said you haven't looked into that yet?
I haven't sent my paperwork in, but I've gotten letters from my doctor saying that I had to go and that my husband had to come with me, and I didn't realize I could send it in before doing taxes. She says, "Well, how come you
Mm.
haven't sent it in?" I said, "Didn't know I should." So I'm going to do that
Hmm.
soon. I'm going to send it in to the government with this saying that this is what had happened for me to go to Lithuania, and then see
Hmm.
what happens, I guess.
Now that's on your taxes, but are you going to ask the Alberta government for a reimbursement?
Oh, Alberta government? I haven't checked into that one yet. No.
Okay. Okay. What about on your end, Sydney?
Again, our surgery was in 2024, so we're about to put in our taxes with all of our receipts, which we are allowed to do. We've
Hmm.
been told by previous replacement people that the Alberta government will not cover any of this.
Hmm.
They will cover it if you get it done in Canada. They'll give you a little bit back. I think it's about 3,000. It's less than
Hmm.
10% of the cost. So
Yeah.
if you go out of country, they don't do anything for you. And yes, that does
What
make me
about
mad.
I don't blame you. What about just sort of city, maybe your advice? I mean, there's people that are looking maybe not at Lithuania, but other jurisdictions. You had to really investigate a lot of things to go abroad, period, for surgery. Do you have any advice to Canadians who are thinking about maybe doing the same?
Well, I don't have any advice on what other countries to go to because once I found Lithuania and I had such a good response from the people who had been that I just
Hmm.
zeroed in on that country. But I do know of other people for other kinds of surgeries have gone down to Mexico. I believe the clinic we went to has other clinics in other countries that you can probably look at.
Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate both of you coming on the show here today to share a little bit about your experience. Thank you for your time today.